Hi there and welcome to the Barbara Young channel and welcome to my Friday Sews. First of all, just like to start with saying thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for creating the hashtag Friday Sews. Well, has it been a productive week? Well, I've made some stuff, so let's have a look at what I've made. Well, the first thing I've made is another bag. For those of you who saw my video last week, I'd made a green bag. Actually, I'd made two of them. I'd made a second one and now I've made a third one. I decided to make another one because I wanted to test it out in a slightly different material and see how that sat. And I did it in this blue denim, which came out quite nice really. I quite like this. The thing about this one is I decided not to interface the blue denim because I wanted to see how it would sit without it, and I've decided that really the bag does need quite a strong interfacing on this outer material because it's just a bit too saggy otherwise, and it needs to have that structure because of the shape of it. I want the shape to sort of sit better. So yeah, it does need quite a strong interfacing putting on there, but I will certainly make another one just to test that out. So, but yeah, I think this bag pattern is come along quite well. Again, I've got a magnetic snap there. We've got a little zip pocket on the front, you know, for tissues and stuff, instead of putting them in your pocket or up your sleeve. Big zip on the inside, and then I've got a patch pocket, one there, and another zip pocket over here on the back inside as well, so lots of space in there. This is the chambray material on the inside, and it's come out really quite nice, and with these blue zips and everything is sort of fairly sort of blue in colour. Yeah, I quite like that. It's come out really nice. As I say, I do need to put interfacing, quite a strong interfacing, to just give it that shape that I want it to have, you know, to give it that structure. But I quite enjoyed doing that. It was nice, and it was fairly quick as well. Now that I've worked out how to put the thing together, yeah, perhaps I might make some more. Don't know what I'm going to do with them all. Maybe I might, I don't know. I was contemplating whether I should sell some, but I don't know yet. Maybe I'll have to see about that. But yeah, a really nice bag pattern that I've come up with. That was originally from one that I took apart. So there you go, lovely blue basic bag. Now in this bag, I have actually got the next item that I want to show you. The other week, or was it last week, I showed you a little booklet that I got, which is that one. Which is basically I'd got in a thrift store, and it's One Bull Knits. It's obviously out of a magazine, but I don't think the magazine is running anymore. And I thought, well, I want to have a go at trying one or two of these things here. So I have. I've done or had a go at a scarf. There's a scarf there. It says fashionable scarf, and it's got some nice detailing on the end. Now I've only done a mock-up, as it were, a little version of it rather than a full size version, and what I've got is this. There we go. See, just one nice little scarf. It's come out quite now, but now the thing that I like about it is this detailing on, you know, you do at either end, you do this nice detailing, which is really lovely. I mean, it's come out really nice. I mean, obviously in a slightly better, this is a double knit yarn, and I think it needs something a little bit nicer and finer than that. But the full size thing obviously would be a full scarf, wrap it round and it come all the way down, and with this being somewhat larger, I reckon that pattern will look absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that was nice. It's nice to do that just as a practice piece. So now that I've done that practice piece, I can look at making a bigger full-sized one for winter time. And I suppose if I was to start it now, because I'm not a quick at knitting, it would hopefully be done by the time winter is here. So yeah, that was quite nice. I mean, there are a couple of other items in here that I want to try as well, so I will certainly give them a go, and once I've given them a go I will show you. But yeah, it was a great little book, great little find that. Like I say, unfortunately I do think that the magazine it came from is no longer available, so there you go. Now I have been out doing a little bit of thrifting again. I always say if I go past my favourite thrift store, I do find myself having to go in and have a look. But this time I only got a couple of things, and the two items are some lace. Now the first one is this one. Now this is actually several pieces, but it is really quite a nice little sort of pattern edge piece of lacing. So I don't know what I'd use this for. I haven't got a clue as yet, but I thought it looked nice, thought I'd get it. Then I've got stuff like this in my stash, so that if I do find something I want to use this for, then I certainly can. I mean, it's got a sort of creamy and I suppose a slightly brown or gold supposed look to it. I think it's meant to be, so I don't know if that comes out really well to you on the camera, but yeah, that's really quite nice. And so I got several pieces, one very long piece, so yeah, so that'll come in handy in my stash, I'm sure, at some point. The next item is also a piece of lace. Now this one is a bit of a roll, you know, it's a much longer piece that's rolled up. You can see I've got a bit of a wad there, but this is a bit of an odd thing. I do like it, but it's definitely a bit odd. I'm not sure where I would use that or how I would use that particular lace, and it's got a look of a sort of yellow brown, or I suppose a slight gold look to it. I don't mind gold, I quite like it, but it's hard to put with other stuff. So I mean, silver is much easier to put with other stuff, or white, or just a slightly off cream, whereas the sort of yellowy and goldy look is a bit harder to match with stuff. So I don't really know what I'm going to put it with, but I do like that. I think that's very nice. So yeah, and I've got a whole load of that, and I think in total both of these, I can't remember if it's about £1.50 for the both. So I thought that was really good. So there we go, another bit of thrifting. And I really ought to stop doing that, or just stop going into that thrift store. I mean, keep finding myself there and wanting to get little bits and pieces. I don't necessarily need to get them, so I ought to just try and give myself a bit of time out from the thrift store until I actually need something, and then have a look. So, but you know what it's like, you always want to go in and have a look, don't you? So there you go, that was my my little find for the week. Now last week, if you saw my video from last week, you would know that I made a dress. It is the New Look 6509. That thing. Now, having done that, I had a little bit of that lovely Paisley material left over. So what I decided to do was to make a skirt. Now, when I decided to make that skirt, I thought, I'll just use the same pattern. Now I have done this before, so I've basically hacked this pattern, and what I've done is effectively view B. I've just taken the skirt section off that and made the skirt, because without the bodice section there's a lot less messing about, and I've lined it as well. So that's what I did. I've done a pattern hack on the New Look 6509 to make a skirt. So there we go, look, one lovely skirt, because effectively all you need for this is the skirt panels and the facing or waistband facing pieces. I've also lined it, so I had to do that bit as well, with a zip in it. There we go. And that actually went in quite well, much better than I was expecting. So, but then having just done the zip on the actual dress with this material, I was felt confident in getting it right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on and we can have a look at it. So here we have it, one skirt, and it fits really nicely, but 2 pockets. Yeah, not a lot to say about it, I suppose, other than it's a lovely skirt, because it's basically just the skirt section from that dress, the New Look 6509. So it's really quite simple to do. Just the skirt panels made up, with a shorter zip in the back, because it only comes to sort of, well, about there, I think. So that's quite a nice length zip, easy to undo. But with the waistband put in, and that facing piece which forms the waistband is just like any other facing piece or waistband. You just stitch it on, turn it down, and off you go. See, there you go, and it's done then. It's really quite quick. Now I've made it a bit more involved because I decided to put a lining in there, as I did with the actual dress. And I think it just helps, you know, it's not going to be that clingy, especially as this material is a sort of clingy material, with it being like a very fine cord, a needle cord. Then yeah, it's going to grab a little. So having that lining in there makes it so much more nicer and comfortable to wear. Of course, if you made it out of something different, I know, something a bit more swishy, maybe a viscose, I suppose you could try, then I imagine you wouldn't need to put a lining and it would actually sit more flowy. I like the fact that it's got this sort of structure to it. I love the way it gives it that shape to it. So it's a really nice, comfortable skirt, and I know it fits me fine because having made the dress twice, and I've actually made another skirt from this pattern previously, so I know that it works. I just wanted to use up this Paisley material on something nice, so the skirt was an obvious choice to me, so that's what I've done. Yeah, and all in all, absolutely lovely. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So there you go, that was my week over and done with. I didn't think I'd been very productive this week, but actually I think I've done more than I thought. You know, I've got quite a few things done. You know, making a bag, a bit of knitting, a bit of test piece, some thrifting. Yeah, we all like to go thrifting, don't we? And making a skirt, of which this has come out absolutely brilliant. I really love this skirt. So I think really I've done more than I thought I actually had. So it's actually been quite productive. Life-wise, well, nothing much to talk about there really, just plodding on. There's the day-to-day, you know, the sort of thing. We have to get up, go and do things, and then hopefully when we get back we can do whatever it is we want to do, whether it be the sewing or the knitting or the crafting or whatever our interest is. So yeah, that's it's life really. It just goes on, but there we go. And that's it really. I think that's all I've got to say about for my week. More productive than I expected it to be, which is a great thing, along with a wonderful new skirt. So if you like my video, please do give it a thumbs up. Just hit that button down there. Please do subscribe. That way you get notifications when my videos come out. Now my videos usually come out on a Friday. That's the normal day I put them out, but you never know, I might put one out on some other time. I don't know, but it's normally a Friday anyway. But there you go. Please do click that subscribe button. Please put a comment if you'd like. I do love reading your comments. Really nice to hear what you're thinking and possibly what you're up to and what you've been doing during the week. So yes, I do love reading your comments and seeing what we're all doing. If you want to comment between yourselves, please do. It's nice to have that conversation with other people in it and to just feel that connection that we can all communicate and talk about whatever it is we want to have a chat about. So there we go. That's it. I think that's my whole week summed up. So there we go. So I'd just like to say thank you for watching my video, and I look forward to seeing my next video. Bye.
Pamphill.